Hey guys, I'm Jackie Brubaker, host of the Love You Even More podcast. I'm an author, marriage and family therapist in training, performer, and 2-time Emmy Award winner. Each week, I bring on people from all walks of life to talk to them about their inspiring stories in the fields of self-development, relationships, business, and how you can love yourself even more. For more about me and the podcast, visit us at loveyouevenmore.com. Hey guys, and welcome to Friday Morning Inspo. So this week and a half, almost 2 weeks, I have been throwing myself into painting and refurbishing, redecorating, everything, my house. And I have just been working so hard, and it has been so fun. I'm very tired, but it's very fulfilling. And I wanted to bring this up because there are places in our lives, there are places in our homes that we are ashamed of. And the two places that I felt the most shame were this faux office I have. It's, I think what it used to be is a huge walk-in closet, and it has built-in drawers, but then sometime long ago someone decided to make it an office, so they put in an actual built-in desk, and it's a really cool space, and it's very unique. And I've never actually used it for much except maybe storage. I've tried to make it cute, but the cat box goes in there, it's storage, it's not been one of my most proud rooms of my home. And I just felt it grinding at me. And I just felt the shame of it just being so cluttered. So, even when it was organized, it didn't even feel organized. The cat box, the whole area just gets dusty and dirty and gross. And it just became so overwhelming, this room, that I was I don't even know what to do anymore. And I really want to hire a maid to start coming in and cleaning once a month, so it gives me less, work for myself to do with the rest of the house. But I was what am I supposed to ask her to do for this room? And I finally just woke up last week and was you know what? It's time to paint. It's time to just tackle this room. And so I'm really into Feng Shui. And if you've been listening to the podcast, you'll know that I have interviewed a Feng Shui master. She's incredible. I will link those episodes in the show notes to go listen to it, because what she talks about is how the Bagua of our house, which is a map of your house, and what sections of your house mean what. One is career, one is love, one is family, and then the different elements wood, fire, earth go in those sections, and how you can truly design your house to fit the Bagua of your house for the feng shui of it. But then also she talks deeply about your emotional and mental state in response to your house. And she goes deeply into shame and guilt and being messy, especially with women. We're brought up to be clean and tidy and perfect. And it's what if you aren't, though? What if you're so busy you can't get to everything and you feel really guilty because you can't get to everything? I mean, raise your hand. I think that's everyone. And that's honestly what's happened for me I have a very busy life, and on those few moments of downtime that I actually have, I just want to rest. But the only reason I've actually had some time is that I'm, transitioning from, just working my survival job, which has been in TV for so long, into working at my will-be practice as a therapist. And I have 3 weeks off from school. So I just woke up and was you know what? This faux office, it's time. It's just time. And really all I wanted to do was paint. I was let me just paint it. I don't think it's ever been painted since I've lived here, which is a very long time. And I had asked, my handyman, I'm please paint it. And he's yeah, I will, and never could. And I was oh gosh, this is up to me. So I had a bunch of paint and I just went at it. And something about diving into, this could be anything. I'm just using a house as an example, but something about diving into our most embarrassing, shameful, guilt-ridden place in your house is really, really respondent, and it mirrors the place in yourself that you may feel the most shame. And I'm just really going to get into it. So I hope this all makes sense. But in the Feng Shui bagua of my house, the faux office is located right where my front door is. And that section is your career section. It's also your life's journey section. So the way that you want to decorate is with, okay, so I'm gonna get in there, right? I'm gonna dig into this, so just hold on. So the career section of your bagua, your Feng Shui bagua, is ruled by water. So colors like dark navy blue, bright white, gray, watercolors, really like water, blues, grays, whites, are great for that area, because if it's ruled by water, that means that you want it to just keep flowing naturally. You want to have pictures of, calm seas, calm lakes, very, very soothing. And I was like, oh, I love a nautical theme. I was talking to my mom. I was like, man, I just love a nautical theme. Why isn't my whole house nautical? And she's like, oh, it can be. And I'm like, I know. Home Goods certainly knows how to do a nautical theme. So I'm excited, right? I'm like, I'm going to make a nautical theme in here. And the way that my house is, it's 100 years old. So it really lends itself to that quite nicely. There's a real Cape Cod sort of vibe with the hardware, which we'll get to in a second. The hardware and the built-ins and all of it just felt perfect for a Cape Cod faux office. And I was like, oh my God, this is exciting. Now, just to remind you, this is a room that I felt so guilty of. It used to have 2 doors on it. There's 2 different entrances. And I used to just keep it closed, except for one of the doors for the cats to go use their little litter box. And that's how ashamed I was. I was like, yeah, let's just keep it closed. So when we think about, I'll start with the Feng Shui aspect of it. When we think about the Feng Shui aspect, if that is my career zone, and I am so shameful of it, I have to close the doors. I throw junk in there. It is just a storage unit. What does that say about the way that I felt for my career? Well, let me break that down. So I was a makeup artist and still just barely am. I practically am not, but still barely a makeup artist in TV. I was very accomplished. I have 2 Emmys. I've worked on countless shows and some very big celebrities. My resume is amazing. I've done very well as one. The thing is, I never wanted to be, and if you've listened to a couple of the last Friday morning inspos, you'll know that. This was not something I wanted to do. I fell into it because my mom did it. I was young. I needed to work. And then it just became a whole career while I pursued acting and singing and had other side careers. But my main career was makeup forever. And I never felt good about it. I never felt prideful about it or proud of it. Maybe once in a blue moon, I would, if someone was treating me badly at work, I'd be like, okay, I'm going to have to pull the Emmy card. I don't have one. I have 2. I would just, and I hated having to go there, but TV and film is very catty, especially in hair and makeup. So, it's not like I needed to prove myself, but once in a blue moon I would. But most of the time, I really didn't tell people I was a makeup artist. I would tell them I was a singer. I would tell them I was a producer, because I was and am, but I wasn't doing those things full time, at least making money with them full time. I was making money, but not all the time, which is a whole other podcast episode in itself, which there is one, and I would very much, urge you to go find it. It's all about choosing what is right for you, for your career, for your life. Like, what is your passion? Go find it. Maybe I'll find that and put that in the show notes too. It's a really powerful episode. And I get more into this. But if we think about how this part of my house represents my career, and I am absolutely shutting it closed so it's dark, there's no light, it's full of junk. And it's dirty, right? Like the floors were getting this like weird grime from like the dust and just gross, right? Oh, and then ironically, because it's supposed to be full of like blues and whites and grays, like think the ocean, think Cape Cod, any colors like red, orange, pink, any of that. Maybe a mauve, but like you're not supposed to put colors like that because it represents fire, and fire evaporates water. So a long time ago, I had some fake blood spill onto the hardwoods and part of this kind of baseboard. And I never cleaned it because it hardened and it was just dark and you couldn't really see it. And I was like, oh well, no one's ever in here. I guess it doesn't really matter. And I also had no idea how to get it up. So, it was like rock solid. So I start my painting project. I'm painting everything white. And then I get to this baseboard with this fake blood. I'm like, I'll just paint over it. Oh no, just like real blood. It just keeps popping right back up through the paint, layer after layer after layer. And I was like, this is disgusting and also quite creepy. So I find this amazing chemical called Goo Gone. And I got it because I knew I had a lot of paint splatter and I need to clean it. I'm like, oh, this will take up latex paint. Perfect. And it also says it takes up other things. So I decide last night, right? I'm really making some headway on this room. It's already starting to like shape up. It's just looking beautiful. It's looking fresh and bright and clean and like, wow, what a remarkable difference. You guys, the reel is going to be incredible. I'm posting a before and after. And I decided to like spray this Goo Gone on this fake blood, which really represents my makeup career, right? This hardened special effect fake blood has just been sitting here being a stain on my career, a stain on my life. And I'm like, let me just try this Goo Gone at the end of my day. I just for shits and giggles, like, let's say, oh, well, guess what? It worked. And I took my little Phillips screwdriver and just started like getting it up, like scraping it up, and it went away and I got it all gone. And I swear to God, I know as silly as this sounds, or maybe it doesn't, it was so metaphoric for really letting completely go of that career of being like, oh my God, I am transforming my career in real time, not just with my house, but in my actual life. Like I am literally making the very quick transition from one to the other right now, like within the next couple of weeks. And, it's like I'm taking headshots from my therapist profile and I'm joining my new clinic, and it's amazing. And so to get this bit of, blood up, which also just really feels like a murder scene, that's what it looked like, was really gratifying, and also felt like, oh, wow, I really got this stain and the shame and all of that embarrassment of being a makeup artist and not liking it and feeling like I was always a fish out of water and I never fit in. And I was really not where I was supposed to be. And not only did I feel that, but other people felt that. I would trigger other people because I was doing other things, and it would make, okay, now mind you, this is not all of the people I ever worked with, but some people might have felt triggered. Like, why is she doing all this other stuff? Like, why? Like, now I feel bad about myself. Should I be doing more? But no, I was just in the wrong movie, literally. So I get the fake blood up. I'm so happy. everything is looking great. I'm peeling up all of the paint from the floor. It's like so close. Everything is so, so close. And the floors are like the last thing to do, clearly, because I'm still painting. But, just like deep cleaning the floors. And the whole room went from a room that I honestly could not look at, did not want to acknowledge, had, every time I try to reorganize it, it never looked right. It always felt weird and wrong and a mixed match of everything. And finally, thanks, Feng Shui, sort of, it finally looks right. Oh, and also the hardware to all of the drawers is like 100 years old, right? And speaking of cleaning, I really, really had no idea that you could use this thing called Brasso. Guys, if you have old hardware in your house and like knobs, handles, anything like that, that is, it's real metal, it's like brass or something, chrome, Brasso will take up all of that grime and all of that tarnish. It's amazing. You will see that in the reel too, what it went from to what it looks like now. Bright brass, bright, clean brass. I didn't even know it would be this color. I just thought, oh no, this is like a dark metal for the doorknobs or for the handles. I had no idea they were brass, but they are. So cleaning up, also like as the germaphobe that I am, cleaning up handles and doorknobs that have had 100 years of tarnish, etc. Oh, that was gratifying and also just like horrifying at the same time. I'm like, oh my God, do people know? Like what is on these? What's been on these handles? Ew. But nevertheless, like the whole idea, and I hope that I'm explaining it, I'm sure I am at this point, the whole idea is cleaning up an area in your life that you feel shame in. And it really does correlate to the area in your house that it sits in. And what's interesting too for like your house or your home is the area in your home that's like the clutter area, the junk area, the storage area, the area you're like, I don't know what to do with here. I don't know what to do. That's the one you need to tackle, because if you look at your Feng Shui bagua, it'll tell you where it's sitting in that bagua. And by the way, a home's bagua is its own bagua. It's not like your personal bagua. It's like its own map. Which is great. So you can go into any home and be like, your love section should be fixed. But when you find out what part of the bagua map that is your shame zone, you can really see it as, oh my God, how is this reflecting in my personal life? Like if it's my family section, how is that reflecting? Like, oh my gosh, I could totally go into the family section in my home and how much struggle I've had with water issues, because my family section is located in a bathroom where I had a gigantic flood a few years ago. And it's so I think Feng Shui is so fascinating because it truly makes a difference. It's really insane. But even if you don't believe in Feng Shui, anyone can wrap their head around and believe in, I feel shame and I feel embarrassment. How do I just get through it and past it? I don't want it anymore. So what I really found is that it just eats at you until you're just like, you know what? I'm going to dive headfirst into this. I'm going to just get in there, see what really is going on here. And what that looked like for me was handles and doorknobs and floors and, oh my God, painting over shit that hasn't been painted over in probably 30 years. I'm not kidding. I think it's been like 30 years or longer, a while. And doing the hard work that you were too afraid to do. And instead of being grossed out or ashamed or embarrassed or any of that, just being like, no, I'm going to do this myself and I'm going to look it straight in the eye and be like, no, I'm going to fix this. Because now when I look in this room, I'm excited. I want people to come over to come see it. Like, I literally can't wait to have a little dinner party and be like, oh my gosh, you guys, look. Because it will be a brand new space. And like, interestingly, yesterday, I'm day whatever into like fixing this space, and a movie that I was just in, a friend of mine is directing and producing. I acted in it for a quick little role, which was so much fun. I cannot wait to watch it. But he called me in a panic and he was like, I am so sorry. Do you know anyone who can do a bald cap? This isn't working. Like, the makeup artist is having a really hard time. And do you know someone? And I was like, oh my gosh, it's like last minute, but I can try to find someone. And I told him, I'm like, I would do it. I just don't know how to do it. I've never had to in my entire career. I've never had to do a bald cap. And I'm sure I could figure it out, but I was like, I don't know if I would be any better than the person they already have. So it's like, let's just not even put myself there. So I had to like reach out to people like makeup artists, and I was like, do you know of anyone? Are you available? And I just thought, how ironic that I had just sprayed the fake blood with the Goo Gone, and I got this call. I found someone for him. Thank goodness. I hope it all works out. But I literally just like passed off a job, and then the fake blood came up, and I was like, and that's all, folks. Like, that's it. It's just, I really do believe that when we feel stuck in our lives, there's a reason, and sometimes it really does just draw you back into your home. And where is that place in your home that you are clearly stuck in? That place that just needs some love. And once you give yourself love in that place, you can see it reflected into your life. And I just think it's really funny. He didn't ask me, by the way, if I could do it. He asked if I knew anyone that could do it. And I was like, wow, how interesting. I guess I'm really not a makeup artist anymore. I'm more of a like consultant, which I really am. I'm really not. It's so strange. I think whoever, listening, if you've been in between two worlds, it's like, you're not really your last thing, but you're still kind of, but then you're not, but you're sort of like your new thing, but you're still, it's like teetering. But as of October, I will truly not be teetering, which is really incredible. And I'll have this brand new faux office, which I could truly work out of if I wanted to. And it will be done. And the shame is already lifting. It's so close to being done. And it just makes me excited. There's one other place in my house that I've been working on as well that I had always had a lot of shame over. And I did the same thing. I dove headfirst into it. And it takes away the fear or the embarrassment or the shame. You look it straight in the eyes and you just say, hi, I see you. Okay, I'm sorry. Maybe I've neglected you. Maybe I wasn't right to, do this. Maybe I needed help. Maybe I needed help and I didn't ask for it. And now it's become something bigger than me. And I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to take care of it. I don't know how to fix it. Or maybe I do know how to fix it and I just need to get my hands dirty. It can be both, by the way. It can absolutely be both. There are things in my house that I have actually ultimately fixed that I was like, I think somebody else needs to do this. And turns out, no, I actually could have done it or did it myself. I've done a lot of home repair in my life. But I hope this makes sense. And I hope that this helps for anyone who is feeling shame about, oh my God, by the way, it could be your car. Okay, it doesn't even have to be your house. It just has to be like something close to you. It could be your car. It could be your office at work. It could be your locker. It just, wherever that clutter is residing is where you need to look at. Now, if it's your locker at school, I don't know what to say. I actually don't know what to say Bagua Feng Shui wise, but I will say when you declutter and you get rid of stuff that you need to get rid of, it feels a lot lighter, and you clear the energy of that space. You clear the chi, and it really does create flow and for new opportunities to come in. Oh my goodness. Wait, one last thing. Oh my gosh. I don't even know if I should put this out there, but I did have a drawer. I went through all the drawers as well because I was like, what's in here? I did have a drawer that was full of a lot of old stuff that I didn't know was in there. I had no idea. Now, I really want to preface by telling everybody I am a Virgo rising. I love getting rid of shit. I love organizing. And so it is really surprising when I find a place that isn't organized in my house, that isn't like thoughtfully sifted through to make sure I'm getting rid of all the crap that doesn't need to be there. Well, I found a drawer that was full of some stuff that I didn't know was there. And maybe subconsciously I was like, don't open this. But I did. And I was horrified with what I saw. I mean, some stuff in there that I was like, oh, I didn't know this was here. Oh my God, burn it, burn it. I mean, I have I have burned some stuff before for sure. But I just threw it away as quick as I could into the dumpster. And I was like, wow. I'm sure you're all wondering what it was. They were all papers of some kind. Like just papers. I'll leave it at that. But I was like, oh, wow, I'm so glad I found this. Like, I didn't know this energy from these different papers and cards were sitting there making this home, this little hidden, secret, shameful home in my shame zone in my house. And man, did I throw those away so fast. And now I'm just like, is there anything else hiding anywhere? I mean, I can't even imagine, but I'm sure I'll find something somewhere someday. But guys, don't be afraid to just go into your shame zone and really tackle it. Look it straight in the eyes. Like I've said a couple of times now, really look it straight in the eyes. Be like, no, I'm going to take care of you. Because, and this is the therapist in me, because what you're doing is you're looking at that part of yourself that is shameful about this room or this car or this locker or this place. And you're going, I see you. You don't have to be shameful. I will help you to this little part of yourself, right? This part of yourself that feels the shame. And usually they're a younger version of you. They're a younger part. And you want to really parent them. You want to be like protective and nurturing and loving. You don't want to yell at them or criticize them by saying, oh my God, how could you let this happen? Like you're disgusting or whatever, When I think about like, how did this happen for me? I'm like, it's because it just kind of got over my head and I didn't know what to do. And I didn't want to do anything. And then I was too embarrassed to like have someone else do something. And asking for help seemed really overwhelming and scary and all of those things. And I was like, no, the way to overcome this is for me personally to do it. Doesn't mean you have to personally do it. If you're able to hire someone to do something for you, by all means, do that. Because that's also helping yourself. It's asking for help. So I really encourage you guys to tackle it. Look at it. Even if you don't do anything today or tomorrow, really look at it and like have a conversation with this space and be like, what do I want to change in here? And then go ahead and like start implementing the change. And also look at your Feng Shui bagua for your house. Figure out what section of your bagua this shame zone is lying in. And then think about, does that make sense in the rest of my life in that section? Like for mine, it was the career section. I mean, yeah, it made a lot of sense. So that is our Friday hour, me and the cats. That's our Friday morning inspo. I know this is a lot, and I really hope that this helps somebody out there who is like, oh man, I need some help. But you can do it. You really can. And you will feel so good afterwards. and get dirty, man. Get dirty. Taking that shower at the end of the day feels so good. All right, guys, I will see you next week.